Kirsty here from The Fit Business, and I just wanted to let you know that this is my first ever go at a YouTube video, so please be kind and feedback to me. Let me know what you would like to learn more about, and I hope you enjoy today's content. Hey guys, Kirsty here from The Fit Business, and today I am going to be taking you through 5 abdominal exercises that are really going to improve both the aesthetics, the look and the strength and function of your abdominals. So exercise number 1 is a curl up, but we are going to bring in the addition of some leg work to really help challenge those abdominals and bring some more intensity into the movement. So you're going to start lying on your back. So relax back down into the mat. I want you to lace your hands under the back of your skull. So you're really going to allow the head to melt into the space that you have created with your hands. Now, the most important thing is that you don't try and hoik with your chin and pull yourself up with your chin. You are in fact working from your breastbone. That is where the movement initiates. So, heavy head in your hands. I want you to take a breath in. And as you exhale, imagine you are peeling yourself off the ground from your breastbone and your head is really heavy in those hands. So you don't want to feel like you're hanging on with these muscles in your neck. You want to feel that the head is really softening down into the back of your skull. So let's try that again. You're going to exhale, and as you exhale, you peel yourself off the floor. Eye line looks over those knees. And option 1, you keep this back foot planted whilst you stretch this front leg away. So head heavy in the hands. Imagine breastbone is dropping down to the center. You're going to bring the knee into the chest. You are going to press the leg away, and then you are going to send the leg up to the ceiling, and you're going to draw back down. So knee in, knee out, leg lift, and point. All the while, head is really heavy in those hands. Neck feels like it's really soft, and you feel like you are initiating from that breastbone. So now if you want to make it harder, you can pick up the back leg and keep it to 90. So if we set that up from the beginning, inhale. As you exhale, you peel yourself off the floor, heavy head in those hands. Back leg lifts to 90, top leg extends. Knee comes in, knee presses away, leg lift, draw down. So things to be mindful of, really keep that pelvis, those hips, nice and set. Do not allow the spine to lift. You are working into that strong spinal imprint where you are keeping the spine connected gently through the floor. Breastbone drops down to meet that belly button. Head is heavy in those hands. And then remember, when the movement is finished, bring the knees in, bring the feet down, melt the head back down to the floor. The most important take home from that is when the movement is finished, you return yourself safely down to the mat by bringing the knee in, by bringing the foot down, and then by returning the head down to the ground. So that is really going to build phenomenal strength in those tummy muscles. Things to watch out for: lifting with the neck. You've got to keep that face soft. You've got to keep those cheeks soft. Everything in the neck and head really stays soft. You achieve that by really creating that cradle for the back of your skull through the shape in your arms. In terms of rep range, I would aim for 15 to 20 reps on each side, and you could repeat that 3 times. That would be really, really tough. So exercise number 2 is the plank. Now, really commonplace, the plank. You see it all the time, but I must say, this is the exercise I see performed horribly the most. So basically, you see these shoulders round, you get dippy bottoms, and you're really setting yourself up for failure. So we're really going to spend some time on the setup to make sure that you can get into the right space. So, we're going to start by bringing your palms up underneath. So elbows directly underneath shoulders, palms come up. This encourages you to create lovely width across your shoulders and stops you from hunching. The second thing that will stop you from hunching is I want you to gently tuck your chin and imagine that you are lengthening through the crown in your head. Imagine I've got hold of your ears and I am pulling your head to the top of the mat. Now, I want you to imagine you are ripping the mat apart from those elbows, working all of those accessory muscles that sit around your scapula, all the way around the back of the shoulder blades. Now from here, I want you to imagine Mr. Mike Tyson in his prime is about to sink an uppercut into your belly button, and I want you to have that sensation of lifting up. Don't let the bum duck down like this. If you have a propensity to have a bendy back, this is going to be your natural default. You need to scoop up. You need to bring that breastbone down to meet that belly button, and you need to just lift, get that sensation of lift in the midsection and contraction. Now, if you're coming up on those toes, the knees stay soft, don't hyperextend. You gently connect with those glutes and imagine you are pressing those heels away. So lengthening through the spine, palms up, rip the mat apart, uppercut into the belly button, engage the glutes, soften the knees, lengthen through the spine. Don't allow the shoulders to round and maintain that beautiful position. You can make it slightly softer by working on your knees rather than your toes, but either way you maintain that spinal shape. So in terms of reps and range, I would recommend 10 lots of 10 seconds, and for that 10 seconds, you focus, you apply real intention, real concentration to lifting that midsection, ripping the mat apart, and maintaining that beautiful height through the movements. So our third exercise is a side lying or a side seated leg kick. Now this is not typical in terms of featuring in an abdominal session, but actually I'm really here to outline that there is so much potential in terms of alternative movements outside of traditional abdominal exercises that are going to torch those tummies. So I'm going to tell you how to set it up first on your side. So this is a slightly easier option. The top arm extends, the head softens, the base leg tucks under. Really important, breastbone drops down to meet that center. Now I favor keeping your hands in contact with the abdominals to remind you to utilize them. Be mindful of the shoulder, don't let it round. You need to keep it really nice and long so the neck elongates. As you exhale, you are going to kick your leg to the front, bracing those tummy muscles, and then you are going to bring it back to center. So let me show you in this side seated posture. So hands either on center or up, it's up to you. Leg extends away, flex the feet, brace the tummy muscles. As you exhale, you are going to kick that foot to the front, wherever it gets to. You are going to draw back onto center again. And draw back one more. Really swing the leg round. Now if you really want to hit that tummy, bring it down to the floor and then lift it up again. So drop down into the center, lift up and just hold. So you have to absolutely work every muscle to keep that in the right space. Take it back to center and relax. You would obviously repeat on the other side. But when you swing that leg forward, your tummy muscles have to spring into action to stop you rolling with it. Now that is an amazing strategy to help really access those strong abdominals as well as back extensors, and the added bonus is that you get a little glute. So our fourth exercise is going to be a dead bug and variations of. Now I love this exercise, it's one of my absolute favorites, as well as really getting stuck into those tummy muscles. It's amazing to really help beat back pain and improve the quality of your spinal health. So we are going to start by laying on our backs, and stretching our arms up to the ceiling. So we're going to go in varying degrees of difficulty. Imagine you are stretching those fingertips to the ceiling and you are drawing those shoulder blades back down into the earth. So get that sensation of anchoring those shoulders in and lifting those fingertips. The opposite arm and the opposite leg are going to slide away, and then you take it back to center, other side. Opposite arm, opposite leg extends away, take it back to center. Now I want you to visualize you are lying on a pressure pad, and I do not want the pressure to deviate one tiny jot in that spine, in that lower back as you move away from the center. Take it back to center. This is the second version. You lift the knees, you flex the feet, you anchor that spine in the same way that you would with the shoulder blades. So you really create a strong connection through the floor. As you exhale, opposite arm, opposite leg comes away. You take it back to center. So you glide and you slide. And then you take it back to center. So imagine that pressure pad. Imagine you are really sinking into the ground. So you are not allowing that spine to arch and lift. And then if you want to, we can develop it even further by creating essentially a double leg stretch. So double arm, double leg, squeezing the knees together, press away, and then you bring it back to center. Now observe the space in my back. I am not allowing the spine to lift as I take it back to center. So common mistake, I see this, back lift, no control, using momentum. You want to make sure that you are absolutely the master of those movements. Bring it back to center. Again, the ideology is the same. Safely return the feet back to the ground, then the rest of you comes down. You are not finished until you are safely returned down to the ground. So you've got three variations there. The first one, retaining your feet on the floor, sliding opposite arm, opposite leg. The second version, you elevate the feet and then you work opposite arm, opposite leg, maintaining that abdominal contraction. And the third and final one takes it out of a dead bug and into a double leg stretch. It's just the next progression along. Be really mindful if you're using that one to squeeze the knees together and to anchor breastbone down to center, so that when you elongate and then you extend, you are in control of your tummy. You are not at the mercy of your back. So top tip across that whole section, breastbone drops down to center, pelvis gently tucks up so that you create that lovely stable base that does not compromise that spinal health. In terms of rep ranges, 20 reps, there or thereabouts, 2 to 3 sets of that is going to be absolutely perfect in building a strong tummy, stable shoulders, stable hips, and it's a great all-rounder from an abdominal perspective. So your fifth and your final exercise in this particular abdominal series is a curl up with leg extension. Now I love this exercise because it really focuses that intention on that center, and you can really build through progressions to create an advanced exercise if that is your choice. The most important thing to remember is that that head stays soft in those hands, and that you're really not trying to lift with your face, but you are lifting from your breastbone, from your center. Now the best trick you can do for that is on the way up, breathe out your mouth whilst bringing your lips together to create a softness in your cheeks. It's a great trick. It works every time. So you are going to start, guys, by really allowing that head to feel heavy in those hands. Head really melts into those hands, and you are really soft in the face, in the cheeks, in the neck. If you want to, peel your heels off the floor. Breathe into the base of your center. And as you exhale, you peel from the breastbone, you curl up, eye line looks over those knees. And then as you exhale, you melt into the floor. Exhale. Inhale, melt. all the way down. If you want more, as you exhale, single leg presses away and melts back down into the ground. Exhale, lift and lengthen. Inhale, melt on down. Exhale, peel and lift. Head is heavy. Relax back down. If you're struggling to keep it out of your chin, and melt. If you want more, ankles come up as you exhale, single leg extend, return it back to 90. We curl, we peel, we melt. And if you want more, squeeze the knees as you exhale, peel up, send the legs away. As you inhale, melt down, head comes down to the ground. So lift from the breastbone, anchor the abdominals in, do not let the spine lift. Melt into the ground. And last time, we curl up, lift, soft face, soft cheeks, jaw all the way in, gently return the head down to the ground. Feet safely back down to the ground. And there you have it, a curl up with variations on the legs. The lovely thing about this exercise is you can really create whatever you want in terms of placement of those feet. So if you think I'd like to push a little bit harder, you could bring in 3 or 4 leg extensions, and then if it feels too strong, you pull it right back in, feet come back down, and you just work up through that curl up, that lovely spinal flexion and that sensation of melting back down into the ground. Rep-wise, I would recommend 16 to 20-ish reps. Really take your time. Use the exhalation to come up. Use the inhalation to come down. And use the exhalation to help facilitate that abdominal contraction as you gently peel yourself off the floor. Common mistakes, hoiking, really getting those cheeks and those chins stressed out. So my strong advice, soft cheeks, soft face, work within the range that you feel comfortable, in control and in command of your body. So those 5 exercises are amazing for building a strong and resilient core and are really fantastic for building that strength in those tummy muscles as well as the surrounding areas. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it interesting and instructive, and it's helped to give you some different ideas for some abdominal training and just how to execute them safely and effectively. So I am Kirsty, I have been the Fit Business today, and until I see you next time, please look after yourself, stay well and stay safe, and I will see you soon.